This is High School Sports Talk, presented by VirginiaPreps.com on ESPN Radio 94.1.
Back here on this eve of the Super Bowl on High School Sports Talk, presented by VirginiaPreps.com on ESPN Radio 94.1 with the coach, Ed Young. I am Matt Hatfield, and we got a special guest on the line. His team is always in the hunt for a state championship. I believe 3 consecutive state tournament appearances in a row here, Ed. And last night, a come-from-behind victory over the Menchville Monarchs, 49-43. We're talking about the head coach of the Hampton Crabbers, Eric Brown, joining us now on ESPN Radio 94.1. Coach, congrats on the win last night. Another hard-fought game in the PD, huh?
Yes, it was. It's very hard-fought. Appreciate it.
You bet. Coming off the double overtime game from Tuesday night with Kickingham, you guys came up on the short end of things. You're down going into the fourth quarter last night by a count of 34-31. You knew it was going to be a tight battle. It was that way the first time, and I think all you top 4 or 5 in the PD, Phoebus, Hampton, Menchville, Kickingham, it's been that way all year. What was kind of the huddles? Take us through a little bit of some of the huddles, what you were trying to tell your guys on the road, knowing how important this game was for your playoff life.
The main thing we didn't want to make them get comfortable at all on offense. We wanted to make other guys make plays other than having Struthers. We tried to get the ball out of his hands as much as we could. I thought the guys did a great job just rotating, and we just fought. Us rebounding, we're not big this year. We're one of the smallest teams we've had lately. And I just thought we really got to the defensive glass, and the kids just made plays. But just our execution, we just been really bad in third quarters this year. And I thought even last night we had a 4-point third quarter, but the difference was we played D better than we've probably been playing. So we just wanted to execute down the stretch, which we had an issue with on Tuesday night. And I thought we did a fairly decent job last night, which helped us get out of there with the win.
And the leader for you, Zion Chapman, 21 points. He's kind of changed roles for you, going from a wing player to now having the ball in his hands more, sometimes at the point. I know Richard Bland's offered him. He's got Hampton University recruiting him as well. What's he meant to your team as you've kind of had some ups and downs this year, being the steady influence?
He's been everything. He's actually committed to Richard Bland right now.
Oh, okay, good.
He committed last week before last, I believe. Yeah, he's been everything. He has to play the most minutes. Of course, he wound up, playing D on towards the end of the game. We usually put him on the toughest guard. But just his energy, and how he makes plays, and he's just that guy that's always around the ball. He gets those tough rebounds, defensive or offensive. He's trying to learn that position of being that lead guard, so he gets in trouble at times by holding it too long, but we got to ride that fine line with him right now, but we go as he go.
Hey, Eric, Ed Young here. I know we had.
What's up, Coach?
Good morning to you. We had to play you in the Summer League, which was a disaster for us. I thought your bigs, you don't have bigs, but they're quick. They're going to be a hard matchup for teams that have traditional bigs. And, of course, your shooting, I thought, was right on par. But I remember you telling me, now, Coach, this might be a little different Hampton team because you got a lot of young guys that you had to place in important positions. I see early in the year some struggles. How has that genesis been from you from day one up until right now in terms of getting it on board? Have those kids stepped up? And maybe give us some names of some guys that have really come through for you lately.
Lately, the biggest impact has been from Wayne Hedgepeth, a 6'3" sophomore guard we have, and Asan Duncan, a freshman we have. Those two guys have been the most consistent out of the young guys as far as their impact. They just make plays on both ends of the floor. I think Wayne may be our second leading rebounder. He just gets his hands on a lot of rebounds. He gets tough rebounds. He's quick off the floor. He's athletic. He is in the mold, I would say, of a young Jordan Baker. He reminds me so much of Jordan right now because I got to kill him in practice. But then you go out there and he just makes plays. He makes the plays that make you scratch your head sometime, and then he'll go out there and make a huge timely play, which we all know Jordan was big at, just making those timely plays. My son is a freshman. He's really our energy guy. As far as he's the the tip of the spear at our press. He gets the guys going. He just plays all out hard all the time. And Thalmus Reed is our shooter who comes in off the bench. He's still trying to adjust to the speed, but when he gets going from the outside, he really, really helps us out. Takes a lot of pressure off our other shooters when they're out there.
And of course, now you move the kid I love to death on your squad when I'm not playing against him. The Chapman kid. Now you're saying that obviously he's gone to a situation where he has to handle a lot more, and it looks like he is finally settled into that position and feels more comfortable.
I think he's settled into it. We also got Chris Sims back, who was our backup point guard last year, who backed up Keyshawn Harris. We got him back recently in second semester. So he's going to be a huge help to take the pressure off of Zion and be able to move Zion off the ball some. And just that way he doesn't, he can rest on the floor a little bit. He doesn't have to run the team the entire time. We hoping Chris can, once he gets his legs up on him, he can really step in that role and really become the point guard. But when we really need it, Zay's at the one. We put him at the one. He's our lead guard. He's really he's getting more comfortable off playing off screen and roll. He just has to, he's trying to get more comfortable at knowing, and I tell him, look, you got to know when and when not to,